Yeah, that's right, we are back. Today I'm pretty excited because I've hopped on a plane at Heathrow Airport and I'm out here in Dubai at the X-Park. And oh my goodness, this place was reassuringly expensive to build and it's pretty much got everything that one could want. So I'm going to do a quick tour around, see what there is to ride. The main thing I wanted to have a go on is the pool, and the pool in other people's videos looks pretty mellow, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's absolutely mental. So the X-Park is located right next to the kite beach, and the first obstacle is this massive vert wall. And then touring around, there's a load of street stuff, rails for both stances. Come round, lots of benches, again loads of nice street stuff. It's a cool little bank to turn around on there. So coming in, we've got a rather exciting looking square bowl, and that has got a spine going into the snake run. And I have to say, I was pretty excited when I saw they had a square bowl, because in my experience, the more simple the bowl, the more fun there is. And here comes the pool. So I'm going to pop the camera down and run down into the deep end just so that you can see. And here we are. So the concrete is sealed, pool coping, and I reckon that's got to be a solid 10 foot up to there. Really big waterfall. And then coming into the shallow end, that is a solid 6 foot in the shallow end, if not a little bit taller. So my heart is sank somewhat. I reckon I'm going to get warmed up on some of this smaller stuff. I say warmed up, it is pretty warm compared to Cornwall already. So some of these smaller transitions, bit of snake run, maybe that square bowl, and then it'll be on with the pads and into that terrifying looking pool. Whew. So feeling pretty warm now. Whew. Those smaller transitions are really fun, nice and mellow. Managed to get a few little bits and bobs going. Now I'm looking forward to getting into that pool, but I've noticed another couple of bits about this skate park. The first one is this big canopy shade. Now this is really good for keeping the heat off, and I dread to think what it would be like without that shade. Another thing is there is a really nice parkour section. I'll just flip this camera around. So the parkour section is sort of tied in to the skate park, and there's some really interesting bits and bobs to be working out on. So next up, I'm going to pop my pads on and have a whiz around the pool. It's got sort of granite style coping, which I've never seen before. It's hard and it's black, but there's no tiles, so I'm thinking that the grinds may sound a little bit different than what I'm used to. I usually set myself out a few goals when I skate a new pool, so today I want to try and get a front side and backside double truck carve grind in the shallow and hopefully the deep end. I want to try dropping in at the deep end and also find a way to maintain some speed through 2 or 3 corners in a row. And then I think the upper echelons of what I'm going for, maybe an axle stall in the shallow end or maybe even a 50-50 grind. But we'll have to see how we go. having a few issues with the old axle stall. Coming up and the coping sticks out so much that it's knocking the back wheel out of position. So I think what I'm going to try is just to gather my legs up a bit and also stay inside the transition and commit my shoulders. I sort of think I know what I need to do. It's just finding the strength to commit to it and do it. Well, that's it for my trip to X-Park in Dubai. That was a lot of fun. The concrete's sealed, which makes it nice and fast. There's also a little bit of a slippery edge to it, but anybody that skated wood would get used to that. It's pretty warm. So compared to what I'm used to, this is more like the summer back in the UK as opposed to the UK now. And that pool bowl is absolute white knuckle stuff. So I'd love to get a few more sessions in on that, see if I could push the envelope. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe. I make new videos every week. You can also follow me on Instagram @JohnBishopSkate. As ever, my name's been John Bishop, and I'll see you next time.